This is DBTV. I am in the very sumptuous surroundings of the Christie's auction house boardroom in St James's, joined by Brett Crittenden, the brand ambassador for what's arguably Rhone's most famous and prestigious producer, Guigal. So Brett, why are we here tonight?
Well, Christie's decided to put on a great dinner for their top clients. So it's a dinner that showcases basically the very best of what Guigal has to offer. They have, of course, most people know the Guigal range with their classics.
Right.
But within that, they also have what they call the treasures. And
okay.
The treasures are their vineyards that they own 100% themselves. And they bottle a number of these vineyards individually. So some people may have heard of the La Mouline, La Turque and La Landonne as their most famous vineyards.
Yep.
But,
the Lalas, as they call them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we're in fact enjoying a little taste of La Dorienne, which is the Condrieu. So 100% Viognier and absolutely a gorgeous wine.
Fantastic. And you mentioned the fact that the three of the Lalas, as we're going to call them, are all single vineyard wines. Can you perhaps talk me through quickly the differences between them?
Okay, if you look at the three of them, La Mouline, it's on Côte Blonde. So within Côte Rôtie, you have these little valleys and hills. This vineyard, La Mouline, that sits almost like an amphitheatre at the base of Côte Blonde.
Right.
So at any one time you can have this vineyard running almost 10 degrees warmer than any other vineyard in Côte Rôtie. Quite extraordinary. So add to the fact that the vineyards there are still exactly as the Romans planted it 2,500 years ago, and you end up with a vineyard that is average age of the vines is 100 years.
Wow.
You get this luscious opulence from the richness and ripeness of the vineyard, and the additional power of the Viognier in the blend. So it's a unique wine.
Okay.
Next is La Turque.
Right.
La Turque laid fallow for nearly 30 years.
Does that mean the Turque?
The Turque, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, it sits on the top of the hill on Côte Brune, which is the very next mountain range along from Côte Blonde. And you look at it and you say, that's in the wrong position, it shouldn't make great wine.
Okay.
But for many, many years it was always the favoured wine of the court of France.
Right.
It's Côte Brune, so there is some iron oxide in the soil which gives this power. So you can imagine this vineyard, because of the sunshine hours, has this energy, almost electricity that's pulled through the wine.
So how does it differ to the other two, if you could kind of quickly sum up the characteristics?
The richness and opulence of Mouline, the energy and electricity, this almost kissed by an angel by the sunshine in La Turque, and then the third one is the crazy one, that's La Landonne. It's 100% Syrah, on the blackest, darkest soil. So this makes a monstrous, beastly, dark, brooding, black, powerful, monstrous wine.
One for laying down, then.
One for laying down. It's why the Chinese and the Japanese love it. It's the big brute.
And the trio of Lalas, they've got more kind of perfect 100-point Parker scores than any other wines. How important has Robert Parker's kind of continued praise been for their success?
Look, I'd be stupid to say that they don't love it. I think he's due there in a week or 10 days' time.
Red carpet coming out.
The red carpet comes out. But I have to say that they've never, ever deviated from what they believe is the best expression of that vineyard in a particular year. So they've never tried to make Parkerized wines. They've never changed the dimension of the wines. They've never they've never done more or less to the wines, and they will make wines that they believe are the best expression. And
what's next for Guigal, personally?
Constantly trying to buy more of the best vineyard sites. The vision of what they're doing is extraordinary. I love that.
Finally, if you could choose one of the Lalas as your favourite, if you could only choose one, which would it be and why?
I used to always love Mouline because it was consistent because of the age of the vines and this power and this lusciousness. I think, to be honest, today I am in love with La Turque.
Is that the electric one?
The electric one. It's almost kissed by an angel. It has this power of Brune, but then you get this beautiful finesse. You have this energy, this elegance that just screams through the wine. It gives you another dimension. It's like it's just something you can't describe.
I can't wait to try it, and I think we better stop because we've got people pounding down the doors to get in and drink these wines. So Brett Crittenden, thank you very much for your time.